Social lists.
They are symbols of freedom, rebellion, and raw power. But sometimes, the story behind the machine is more incredible than the machine itself. Stories of survival, espionage, and unbelievable audacity that sound like fiction, but are entirely true. Welcome to Social Lists. Today, we're counting down 5 shocking motorcycle-related stories from history that actually happened. Our first story takes us to the final, desperate days of World War II. In April 1945, Allied prisoners of war from the infamous Stalag Luft III camp were being force-marched west by their German guards to avoid the advancing Soviet army. Among them was a young British Royal Air Force officer named Corporal Geoff "Ginger" Brown. Seizing a moment of chaos, Ginger and a friend made a break for it. They hid in woods for days, starving and freezing. Then, they stumbled upon a farmhouse, and parked outside was the key to their freedom. A pristine German Army Zündapp KS 600 motorcycle. In an incredibly bold move, they stole it. Ginger, in his British uniform, simply put on a German helmet they found and drove straight through countless German checkpoints. For over 100 miles, he bluffed his way west, eventually ditching the bike and stumbling directly into the arms of the U.S. Ninth Army. He had pulled off one of the most audacious escapes of the entire war, on the enemy's own motorcycle. Story number 2 is about a weapon of war, but not the one you might expect. During the D-Day landings and the Normandy campaign, Allied forces were terrified of Germany's heavy tanks, like the Panther and Tiger. Rocket-firing fighter planes were one solution, but they needed to practice. But how do you practice without wasting expensive rockets? The answer? A motorcycle. Our RAF Wing Commander Roland Beeman came up with an insane training program. He would race down the runway at over 100 miles per hour on his personal Triumph Speed Twin. Meanwhile, rookie pilots in their massive Tempest fighter planes would dive at him, simulating a strafing run. The goal was for the pilot to track the tiny, incredibly fast-moving motorcycle in their gun sight, a target harder to hit than a tank. This terrifying exercise, with a real person as the live target, was known as the Great Motorcycle Exercise. It was incredibly dangerous, but it worked. Our third story is more modern, but no less shocking. In 2004, actors and motorcycle enthusiasts Ewan McGregor and Charley Boorman embarked on a dream trip, circumnavigating the globe on their BMW R1150 GS adventure bikes. Their journey through Mongolia was tough, but Siberia was something else entirely. A vast, empty, and brutally muddy wilderness. Their route was blocked by a decaying, partially collapsed wooden bridge over a raging river. The local truck drivers refused to cross it. The alternative was a 500-mile detour. Their fixer, a formidable Russian woman named Vladna, would have none of it. She insisted the bikes could make it. After a tense argument, they went for it. Piece by piece, the bridge splintered and cracked under the immense weight of the heavy motorcycles. At one point, Charley's bike punched a hole straight through the deck. It was a heart-stopping, minute-by-minute gamble. Their sheer luck in making it across, without the entire structure collapsing, is a shocking testament to both their bravery and, perhaps, their madness. Number 4 takes us to the world of carnival stunts and the infamous Wall of Death. But one man took this already death-defying act to unimaginable heights. Viv Blackshaw, a British daredevil, was a master of the motordrome. In 1938, he was hired to promote a new cinema in Nottingham. The publicity stunt? To ride his motorcycle around the inside of a 100-foot-tall wooden chimney, essentially a vertical wall of death. There was no safety net, no harness, just a 12-foot-wide cylinder and certain death if he lost concentration for even a second. As a huge crowd watched from below, Blackshaw started his engine and began his ascent, riding in ever tighter circles higher and higher. He reached the top, waved to the terrified crowd, and then made the even more dangerous journey back down. It remains one of the most insane motorcycle stunts ever attempted. A sheer test of nerve and physics that defies belief. Our final story involves a legend, a motorcycle, and an act of personal vengeance that changed the course of a life. T.E. Lawrence, Lawrence of Arabia, helped lead the Arab revolt against the Ottoman Empire. After the war, he enlisted anonymously in the RAF under the name John Hume Ross. But he was hounded by the press. To escape, he found solace in speed on his beloved Brough Superior SS100, one of the fastest bikes of its era. He called each of his 7 bros George. But on a foggy morning in May 1935, near his cottage, swerving to avoid 2 boy cyclists, he lost control and was thrown over the handlebars. He suffered severe head injuries and died 6 days later. The shocking part? The man who had survived desert warfare, capture, and torture ultimately met his end on a quiet Dorset road, on the machine he loved. His death sent shockwaves through Britain and cemented his Brough Superior not just as a motorcycle, but as the instrument of a great tragedy. From the battlefields of Europe to the depths of Siberia, the motorcycle has been at the center of some of history's most incredible human dramas. These machines are more than just metal and rubber. They're partners in adventure, survival, and sometimes tragedy. Which story shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments below. If you have a shocking motorcycle story we should cover next, tell us about it. If you enjoyed this ride through history, do us a favor and hit that like button. And subscribe for more stories from the past you won't believe are true. Thanks for watching.